Hello, everyone! 'Tis I, your favorite drag queen turned DM, Shelley Von Miller here, to give you a new episode of Through the Looking Glass, an Exandrian adventure. I am so excited to have you here. Oh my gosh, we're back. We're going to be doing episodes and things on our usual schedule. It just happens that the past couple of months have been kind of crazy. The first of the year will do that to you. But yeah, welcome in. Let's give a little rundown of what happened last episode. If you haven't watched it, go check it out on YouTube. It's in a playlist. So there you go. But yeah, last episode, our adventurers got to the city of Jrusar, and they decided that they were going to explore it a bit, possibly stay in the city while their ship that they kind of paid for was offloading and dealing with some things that were, well, they don't know that actually, that are on the up and up, as it were. And yeah, they're just dealing with that, and they made it to one shop, and they're kind of getting acclimated to the city. We kind of stopped right in the middle of a shopping tour of the core spire, so maybe we should get back into that, shall we? All right, let's do that. Oh wait, brain, do the thing. Hello, adventurers. How are we doing?
Hello.
All right. Well,
So
I gave a quick rundown to everyone of what happened last session, but maybe y'all need refreshment of it. Who wants to give us the little tidbits of refreshment?
I'm drawing a blank. So I remember some stuff, but since it's been a while since the last one,
It's been a
I don't
while.
remember anything.
I don't know why I give them time to think about if they want to give a rundown. I always give you guys time in case you do, but no one ever remembers. All right. So, the start of last session, the first mate gave us a map of Jrusar.
I don't think he gave y'all a map. I think he showed you a map.
I wrote gave, so he probably just showed us a map, but I wrote gave, so I don't know. They let us know what areas were good and bad. The Lantern Spire is for shopping. It's like all broken up in my notes.
Oh.
I know we had to take a gondola.
I'm not there yet.
At least I remember something from the last session.
There's the Diamond Horizon on Lucid Spire. They let us know that once cargo started moving off and onto the ship, that they would have more guards on duty on the ship. So if we decided to stay on the ship, we just needed to be prepared for that. We stayed on the ship the first night that we docked in Jrusar. There were very low stores, which mean that we had fucking jack shit to eat. It was eerily quiet as a dark elf that they called Madam.
Oh yeah, that lady.
Came down to the galley, worried about her things.
She really wanted her cargo.
They said that the items were in the safest part of the cargo hold, so they had to move things out of the way to get to it. We have to pay the ship fees. So I basically called the stat and was like, hey, go tell Alora she owes me fucking money. The captain has actually been to Wildmount on cargo runs, and she wanted to know more about where everyone is from. Everyone else was very tight-lipped. So we decide to wait until morning, sleep on the ship overnight before we go on about exploring the spires. I also told Estet to pick up Silsifir's Arrow of Returning that Relier bought for him.
Yeah, it'll be nice when I
Ah.
get that.
I had an uneasy sleep for some reason. Early morning, we all wake up early. The deck crew is working on getting that cargo moved. Gondolas connect each of the spires, and automatons crank gears to move them. It's 1 silver to ride to different spires. We needed to take the Lucid Spire to get to the Lantern Spire. We passed Starpoint Conservatory, which is very ornate carvings, marble, very nice stone, people in robes like walking around. Daylily had to stop and stare for a little bit. Early morning fog is like dissipating as we're moving to the lower spires. We arrive in the Lucid Spire. There's gorgeous buildings that quote unquote scream wealth. Getting started. We are getting stared at by and like the elven woman that we saw on the ship the night before was like walking with somebody holding an umbrella over her. There was a half-elf that had a very bad attitude on the next gondola ride. We all decided to be assholes and to drop our coins at her feet.
You're welcome.
The Lantern Spire is very busy and full. There's Yokarg Smithery, a root veg store. There's a curio store, Advix Wondering, where we all stopped. Silsifir bought an enchanted quill, marbles that multiply, and a 2-way mirror. Creek got a fancy little hat, and I bought a bird specimen.
Let's specify that. You bought a wet bird specimen.
Yeah. I bought a raven wet specimen. Yes.
Which is gross to think of. All
Not
right.
really. It's just in a jar.
But as we left off, y'all were all getting out of Advix, and there's a smell of herbs and perfumes that waft through the air, and it just smells fresh and earthy and kind of warm and inviting. And as you follow the scent, if you want to follow the scent, whether it be with just your head or your whole body, you see that it kind of just ends at this shop right next door to Advix. You see on the sign, it says The Root Trader, and it looks like an apothecary with some of the window displays that are shown. It's very kind of not kitschy, but like very it gives you very like Wiccan store vibes if you're thinking of like a thing in
a little witchy store.
Yes, very witchy store, very like things are like herbs are hanging from strings as they're drying. There's like jars of like liquids in the window. It's very very cute and very welcoming, especially with like the scents that are coming off. There's like scents of cinnamon and clove oil and just burning incense and burning herbs. What are y'all wanting to do?
Daily's going in.
Okay.
I'll follow.
An
Alright.
herb shop for sure. You get all the fucking herbs and shit in my pocket.
You're like,
I'll
I
stand
am an
outside the
herb-
door, like guarding.
Yeah. as y'all are walking towards the door, Surin, you're probably... Where are you in the group? Are you, like, in the back, or are you, like, in the middle? Where are you at?
Let's see in the middle.
The back? What
I'd
did
say
you say? I'm sorry.
The middle.
The middle? Well, you're kind of, like, sticking out. Your armor's kind of sticking out. As you are walking towards the door with Daylily in your group, you get a very forceful push in the back as somebody kind of makes their way past you. Daylily, give me a perception check.
All right.
As she's walking past you.
Motherfucker.
What did you get?
Listen. Shelly and I
saw
were
a
talking
butterfly.
about this. I kept getting really high rolls in my pre-rolls, so I was like, I'm done. I don't need to keep doing this.
Is anybody...
Shelly was...
I'm guessing I'm not...
Are you looking as well, Surin, at the person who bumped into you?
I mean, yeah, I got one of
Yeah.
them bumped into
Give me
me.
a perception check.
I don't remember. I do have advantage.
Perfect.
Please.
You get a better glance at it than Daylily. Daylily, you see like a very tall woman with very pale skin and like a hood covering most of her head, but like spilling from the sides onto like her chest is a very pale blonde hair. Relier, you see more of her form. She's very tall. She's dressed in a very like dark green cloak with the hood up. There's very intricate embroidery around the hood and like the front of it. There's a clasp that looks interesting. It's very detailed, but you have no idea what the symbol means. It looks very very important. It looks very official looking. And you get a sense of her clothing. It's very proper, very nice. And you see like the very fine features of an elven woman, like in her, not like her later years, but she's definitely not a young one. And yeah, she just hurries past you and gets into the store, kind of like slamming the door behind her. What are y'all doing?
I mean, I was falling, but I was gonna stand guard outside the door.
Okay.
I guess I'll continue to stand outside and let them go in and deal with it.
Okay. So who all is going in?
Me.
Okay, so Daylily, Surin, are you going in as well?
I'm just gonna look around.
You're just gonna look inside. Are you going in as well, Creek? Kai.
Staying outside. She put it in the side chat instead of here.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, so while Creek and Sly stand outside, kind of just like, you know, chit-chatting. Y'all are probably gonna play water ball, knowing you two. Relier and Daylily go inside, and yeah, as you go inside, it's kind of like you can see everything. It's not as crowded and like tall stuff everywhere at like in the curio stop. Like this place is very like you can see over all the tables, like all the bookshelves and like all the shelving is on the side on the walls, but like you can see the whole layout of the store. And in the back you see a kind of like a, I don't know what to call it. It's sort of like where cash register would be if there was cash registers in this world. It's kind of just like a bar, and standing behind it is a brass dragonborn who is kind of just like messing with some herbs. And there is a very interesting individual. You are not very familiar with neither one of you are familiar with this type of being, but it looks like an Aarakocra, but it's got a different shape and formality to it. But they are like black feathered, and wearing a very interesting apron that's kind of just like fold down. It's mostly for looks, and they are dusting places. The brass dragonborn looks up as you come in because there's a bell on the door, as there always is, and she says, "Oh, hello. Welcome to my store. This is the Root Trader. How may I help you?"
Hi, thank you. We are just looking around.
Mhm.
We just got into port yesterday.
Oh, welcome. Is this your first time to the city?
It is, yeah.
Perfect. Well, my name is Avalia. I am the owner of this store. If you have any questions or if you're looking for anything in particular, myself, and she kind of waves over to the black feathered ice fura and says, Heron will help you.
You said Havalia and Heron?
Ovalia. Ovalia. And Heron, like the
Ovalia.
bird.
Right.
Right.
Okay,
But yeah, you're looking at like the whole floor, like the whole area. There's like tables and everything. Not a blonde woman in sight.
Huh? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she booked it.
But did she go into the store?
Yeah, she went into the store.
Huh.
Interesting.
I'm just gonna poke around and look
I
at the
wonder
herbs.
if Valia
Are there any herbs that are like common here that are uncommon other places?
Let's see. You're used to kind of like Tal'Dori Wildmount stuff. I would say that there is a couple of herbs that you don't recognize that are probably within the wilds of the jungle, or like they're from the wilds of the jungle. But yeah, what are you looking for? Anything in particular? Like there's like, you can see dry mushrooms, dry herbs, dried there's also like full plants. A couple of roots are like bundled together. There's like tinctures and oils. You see, like, it's a very stocked area and very much like a place that people will definitely are probably prone to going to if they need like a certain herb for a spell or for herbalism or any type of thing like that.
Is there a healing salve?
Are you asking her that?
Well, I mean, like, do I see any on?
You see salves, and there are. Give me an investigation check.
Right.
Investigation. You see as you're entering on the right side of the wall, there's like several shelves of things, and there are a few that say like there's like a skin healer where it kind of gives a description of like for dry, cracked, weathered skin. There are a few like things. There's one that says that it is called fire ice, and it says that it helps with muscle relaxation and gives the warming effects like a heating pad, but the cooling effects of like an ice step.
So been gay.
It's basically
D&D.
icy hot. Yeah. Icy hot, but make it D&D. Tiger bomb.
I want to pick up a couple of the herbs that are uncommon to me. Do they have any like labels for what they are or do?
Yeah, they're all labeled because it looks like they're very carefully labeled, and like things that might interact with each other are like kept apart. It looks very organized, very clean. I would say, let's see. Let me see if I can find something that is. Nope, of course not. Why would there be?
Yeah, I didn't think there would be. But it's okay, we can just...
Well, no, I was looking for place as in like jungle, and I was just like, nope, of course not. Because why would they do a specific thing like jungle? Let me see. I will just look. There is a dried mushroom, and on the label it says calcina, calcena. It says that it is used in teas and some tinctures for healing capabilities. It's a curative. And hold on, let me see if I can get a better description of it. It's small, and it's like a pinkish brown mushroom, and it's very it's supposed to be like a curative. It also says do not smoke. Do not smoke.
Okay.
And it says that a bundle is 25 silver, and it's like a bundle of like 5.
Okay, I'll take it.
Are you looking for anything else? Any other type of?
I won't make you go through the stress. Make you go through having to find anything else.
Are you looking for? What are you looking? Are you looking for like anti-poison, curative?
Nah, just herbs that are not common.
Okay.
Yeah. Me.
That's definitely a very uncommon mushroom to you. Because I was like, I can look and see if there's I will say there's one more thing. There's a live plant. It looks like a herb plant. Let's see. It's got these like very delicate green leaves and very very nice pink flowers, and the thing says like there's like a little label on the small vase that says that it is a very good anti-poison and also helps cure diarrhea and vomiting.
I can see that. Does it have, does it have a name?
It is called Milort. Milort.
And how much is that one?
That, because it's a full plant, it is
Mhm.
going to be 1 gold.
Okay, I'll pick that one up too.
Okay. But yeah, there's like a lot of different things. Those are the two that definitely stood out.
Okay. So I'm gonna pick up the salve for like healing skin.
That is going to be 5 gold.
Okay.
You can tell that the components are less than the actual items that are probably made with that because of the time and all the ingredients and things like that.
Yeah. No worries. So I'm gonna take that stuff up to the table.
Okay. The where
Where
the
you like check out.
okay. Oh, look what you got. Perfect. Are you an herbalist by chance?
Um, It's more of a hobby, yes. I have a garden back home that I
Oh. Where
maintain.
is home, if you don't mind me asking? Especially with that plant, if you plan on repotting it into soil, it might not interact as well.
Iman.
Oh, Iman, but over in Taldori. The cold climate might not like Iman is a port city, and it's like for a little bit north of the continent. Correct? I haven't been there myself.
Oh God. Oh, let me pull up my Taldori map. Hold on.
I'm just trying to get an idea of the climate. If you
Yeah, it's I'd say it's north, not the farthest north. It's more
Mm.
central,
Oh, okay.
west.
Perfect. That might work well. What else do you have in your garden? Maybe it will help to understand what you have.
I have some roses,
Mm-hmm.
um, some different types of flowers. I have quite a few herbs. Um,
I will say if you want uh the Milort will definitely work well next to roses. I think they are very nice. I have a garden myself where I kind of grow the plants that we sell here. So
well, thank you so much. I will definitely plant it next to the roses.
perfect. It's a finicky plant. Make sure that you water it every couple of days. I know that the trip between here and Iman is quite long, so every 3 to 5 days, and then give it late afternoon sun if you can deal with that or accommodate that.
Of course, thank you.
Perfect. Nothing for you. And she kind of leans to the side and talks to you, Relier.
Relier did BRB. I don't know if
Oh,
he's
did
back
he?
yet.
Son of a bitch.
Let me look.
God damn it. Well, she'll just be like, nothing for you. Oh, okay, nothing for you, I guess. Well, is there anything else? Do you need any other salves or potions or anything like that?
Well, someone did come in here before us, but I don't see them around. Is there another part of the shop that we could look at?
No, this is the main area. Give me a perception check.
Don't let me down. Yes, yes,
Not-
yes, yes, yes. Yes.
Craig, who are you inciting? Okay, I was just like, you see, as you're looking around, you're kind of trying to see like where she might have gone. There is a little bit behind where the Dragonborn is standing is a set of stairs that go up, and it's kind of like a little curved stairway.
Okay.
But yeah, she says nobody came in here. I didn't. You and your friend there are the first ones that we've seen all day.
No, she shoved past my friend. She had a green cloak on and some blonde hair spilling past, and
No, you're the first two customers that we've had today.
well, no worry. Thank you.
You can. Do you want to insight checker? I can feel it. I can feel it in your bones.
I know she's lying. I got a 15.
Let me see something real quick.
Like, obviously, I know that she's lying, but I mean, I don't really want to get into a fight with a shopkeeper.
You see her kind of as you're talking about like the description of the woman, she kind of like clenches up a fist and her eyes kind of dart to Heron and then back to you.
When her eyes start to Heron, I want to look at them.
Look at who? Heron?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you trying to do?
I'm just looking at him. I'm gonna perception check him.
Okay.
I
Or
got 10.
do you want to do perception and like what are you trying to do?
I just want to see like if he's shifty as well.
That wouldn't be a perception. That would be more insight.
Okay, well,
Because you're trying to like figure out their manners.
See shit.
Yeah.
It's just a bird.
Yeah,
it's just a bird person.
Very you've never dealt with Ice-Spira before. Like you've possibly heard about them, but you've never seen them on Wildmount or Taldore. It seems like they might be just like native to Marquette or maybe just the jungle. But yeah, you can't pick up anything. You don't have the ability to understand the tells of an Ice-Spira.
Right.
And he just looks at you and kind of, well, can I help you?
No. Everything's fine.
Oh, okay.
I need to check a thing real quick.
Okay. Relier, what are you doing while this is happening? You've overheard the conversation between tossing a water ball into the sewer drain across the way. Of course.
Between her and
Yeah, you've heard the conversation between Daylily and Avalia, and Avalia
yes.
obviously has said that nobody besides you two are the has come into the shop today, which is is categorically not true, because a elven woman has forcefully pushed her way past you and gone into the store.
As far as I know, Relia's not.
Reliers what?
As far as I know, Relia's not crazy.
Is not crazy, yeah.
Relia is curious.
What's
He
up?
wonders if Avalia has a tail or not.
Let me
Well,
she does not have a tail.
Also, I'm just gonna realize it's gonna look around my. Try to see.
Do you try to get closer to her? Like the whole interaction?
Really?
I can't hear you. What did you say? You were breaking
I
up.
said, no.
No. Okay.
I know. Am I just crazy? So,
Probably.
wow. Okay.
Wow.
All right, sir.
Wow.
You're just digging your grave today. So is there a spell
Okay.
where you can see, like, through an animal? Like through the animal's eyeballs?
Yeah, I mean, if you have the ability to conjure a familiar.
It's a familiar.
Yeah.
God, I was like, I know that there's a thing for this. What is it?
If you have a familiar, then yeah, you can look through their eyes. Yeah. True sight would be for more if you're trying to like assess if somebody is like actually what they say they are on the outside, or you're trying to see if there's like invisible people or anybody in the ethereal plane near you. That's what true sight would be.
Ouch, Jazzy.
Damn it, Jazzy.
She's scratching up my leg.
Yes.
But
get
yeah,
her.
if you wanted
being
to
mean to me.
look through an animal's eyes, you would have to conjure a familiar.
Damn. All right. I mean, I can learn the spell and equip it, but do I want to do that?
That is the question. Do you want to? You can also just keep bombarding her with questions. It's up to you.
Okay.
Or you can push past her, or you can get your friends and push past her. It's all up to you. You can make a whole show of it. You can.
Well, Relier was gone, so I was like, Daylily's just standing here, like, with a fucking silent ass dragonborn behind her, not doing shit.
Yeah, change my mind. I'm gonna look around to see if the so-called invisible elf left anything, any sort of clue.
Well,
Because
there's you weren't here for it, but there is a spiral staircase going up behind the dragonborn.
Yeah. As you turn to kind of get a better view of the store, you hear a out of the dragonborn behind the bar. Roll me an intimidation check.
Who?
You, Relier.
She ain't got no tail.
I'm gonna
You
say
scare
you
her.
have advantage.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, damn. Okay. Yeah, whenever you see that, she kind of like backs up a little bit and kind of is just like, what are you, what, look, I don't want any trouble. Take whatever you want. Please, don't hurt myself or Heron. We don't mean you any harm.
Why would I hurt him? He's gonna have the most worst of them all.
But yeah, you have like a confused look on your face.
Like, yeah.
Okay. What are you going to say to her?
Look, ma'am, I have no idea who you are, and I have no reason to hurt your friend. What? This is...
You're cutting off. I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
I'm this myself.
Yeah, you just said like I have no reason to hurt you and your friend. Look, I
Well, first I said I have no idea who she is. I mean, yeah, for strangers, but not like that. Get it? Yeah, I have no reason to hurt her or her friend, and I don't steal.
well, it wouldn't be stealing. I'd be giving it to you. It's fine. You wouldn't have to pay for it. We don't want any trouble from, I don't know if there are more of you here.
Me? What do you mean by that? More of my kind?
Yes.
There seems to be something.
She ain't got no tail.
I know
Look,
she has some tail.
whatever the Dracons want, I will give it to them. I don't care. I just thought that you all
Wait.
died off when Draconia fell.
Damn.
But if you are here for whatever reason, I don't want any trouble. Look, I had no part in the revolution. I was gone by then.
So did I. I also have a part. I'm not here to steal anything. I'm just here to look around.
And she like looks between the two of you and says, and she like lowers her voice, if you're looking for the woman, she is upstairs. Just be aware that she is not alone. So tread lightly. There's a password to get up there to show that you're not a threat. It's Tiamat.
Okay.
And the ice for kind of like looks and like without y'all realizing it has like like he had pulled a dagger out. He's like, "Boss, what are you doing?" And Ovalia is just like, "We don't want trouble with them. Trust me. Just let them go upstairs." the ice fur can just like kind of does like a bird clicking noise and kind of like creaks his neck a bit.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So are you two going up there, or are you wanting to get your friends involved who are playing water ball with the sewer drain?
I was gonna say get both of them who are playing water ball. So,
It's up to you two.
I don't even know like what's happening up there. She just shoved past Relier all rude as shit.
So are y'all going to go up
Neither.
there? Are y'all going to leave? Are you going to get Sly and Creek? What's the plan?
I wanna go get Sly and go upstairs. I'm curious.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, Relier, you go get Sly and Creek. Is Sly back?
I'm assuming.
So severe.
Redstone.
Redstone is still BRB.
Well, yeah, you two go outside, and as you go outside, carries them inside.
Oh, I would love
As you two go outside, you hear a sigh of relief as you leave, and you two join your friends out right outside the door.
Wait, I just realized.
What?
Are those two still with us? Smoke and Gale?
No, they're on the ship.
Oh, they are.
I'm pretty sure.
Mm-mm.
I hope right.
No?
They're with us.
Oh, fuck. Okay, well, those two weirdos are with you. They're just kind of
Oh,
standing
boy.
outside, like, talking
Yes.
amongst themselves.
Because Steelsphere has to watch them. So
Does he?
he signed up for watching them.
I'm assuming he wants Smoke and Gale to come with us, so he's able to keep an eye on
Mhm.
them.
Yeah.
More smoke than Gel.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's right.
yeah,
Gel got the
Diary.
diary,
Yes.
and Smoke tried to steal shit. So
yeah, that's
As
why you
always.
want to keep. That's why he wants to keep an eye on him.
Smoke is the ultimate archaeologist of the group.
Mhm.
Just stealing shit.
Just stealing shit that don't belong to him.
For
That's right,
sure.
I said it. Fuck you.
Fuck you, archaeologist.
Fuck you. But yeah,
What's
you
going
two
on, but
are
I don't wanna know.
outside, and Smoke and Gel come up, and Creek and Sly are kind of just like passing a water ball between each other, and Gel's just like, so is it a good place to get herbs? I was debating if I should go in or not.
Yeah, it is. They have quite a few new specimens that you may not have seen before.
Oh yes, no. Well, I haven't been to Jrusar before, so I mean, that would be. This would probably be really great. They probably have a lot of jungle varieties, things like that. But well, what's going on? Y'all look a little weird, like a little confused.
There was a lady who pushed past Relier,
Mm-hmm.
and she wasn't in the shop part of the store, So we asked some questions about where she may have gone because she pushed past us to get inside.
Okay.
And she's upstairs, not alone, and there's a password. So we are just wanting to know if you guys want to come with us to go investigate.
Well, I mean, if there's a password, usually that means it's a little dangerous, but,
Oh, we know the password.
oh, but still, I mean, obviously there's something shady going on if there's, like, a password involved, at least from my understanding. But, and Gella will just look down at Smoke, and Smoke's just like, I mean,
Nuh-uh. He wants nothing to do
I'm
with it.
all for learning things, so maybe they'll have
Okay,
some,
what's wrong?
I don't know, maybe they'll have some information. Who knows?
Are you? I have the plants and stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out the healing salve for dry skin because I'm sure that.
Oh, you got the dry skin one? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you got the icy hot.
No, fuck the icy hot. I don't need that shit. I have actual healing for that. This was just a cute story thing.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pull that from my bag or whatever and
Mhm.
hand it to Creek for Sasander, because I'm sure with the dry air and being in the desert, his skin is very dry and cracked.
Very nice, very nice. What does Creek do as Daylily hands this cracked skid salve to them? Besides face.
What's this?
What's this?
It's for Sasander. His scales have looked a little dry lately, so you just rub it on him and they will heal them.
What? Thank you.
Wow.
Wow.
What?
Wow. I'll do that before bed. Oh.
Of course. And are you wanting to come inside and upstairs with us? Or you can stay and play water ball with. Awesome. Okay, so I'm just gonna assume that Silsifier's coming along with us because he is my shadow. So we're gonna go back.
You all come back in, and she just like Avalia just like looks up and is just like, oh gosh. Oh gosh.
2 left and now 5, 6, 7.
6.
However, like
4, 6. There's 6 of you.
6
Including a Cayman.
6.5 of us
6.5.
returned.
Very 6.5. I imagine I imagine Sasander just like clack 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 clack.
Yeah, he's just getting along.
So like 7. I'd say 7.
Sasander is a half.
Aw.
Still is like 1.5. True.
Yeah, 7.
He's like a half person. He's 1.5. He's 1.5 men.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, yeah, you all do that, and the ice for kind of like walks in front of the little lift up gate thing to the help bar, and Avalia just says, no, just let them pass. And he steps aside and pulls it up, and it's just like kind of motions for y'all to go forward.
I will make sure that nothing is broken or destroyed from your shop. And Daylily is gonna walk up the stairs.
All right. What's the order?
Daylily first.
I'm guessing I'm going to go ahead.
Okay,
Actually,
so
no, Sly would be
you.
behind.
So it's you, Relier, Sly, Creek, and then the two idiots. I think that actually the two idiots are just gonna stand in the
Shop.
shop.
Okay.
Before we go up,
I'm
Yeah.
leaving my
mention-
prison rat to watch them.
Okay,
I was
prison
gonna
rat
say, I
watching
was
them.
gonna mention to Avalia to keep an eye on Smoke in
Okay,
case things from the store go missing.
and she'll say, "Oh, of course." Yeah, you 4.5 go up there, and
Technically
you are
5.
greeted. Technically 5. You are greeted with a kind of like darkened room. There's like lanterns hanging up, and there is a group of people standing over a table, and as they hear you all come up, especially I believe you, Relier, have plate on, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Yes.
they hear the clunk,
Clink,
clunk,
clink.
clunk, clunk
The
of
cleaning
you.
of my armor.
And yeah, they all kind of like, as you get up there and you all get like a view of everything, they all have like daggers and swords and other weapons out, and yeah, they're very much like, what the fuck? And before you all could say anything and before anybody can strike, the blonde woman who now has her head or her hood down, and yeah, Daylily, you get a better look at her, even though it's kind of like dim light. This is your mentor, Hovina.
Oh, not who I thought it was.
Avina?
No,
That's what Relier is gonna say.
Hovina is just gonna like step in front of everyone and we'll look back at who is probably the leader of the group and say, I know that fairy. Please, she's very dear to me. And she'll turn back to you and be like, Daylily, my dear, it's good to see you. It's been quite some time. What are you doing in Marquette? Jrusar, of all places.
You know, we've never visited here, so I'm always one for wondering. And we've been given a task to talk to somebody in um, Eos, so it's just a stop along the way. What are you doing here? I never thought you'd be in Jrusar.
I'm doing some research of my own. I am shocked. You have quite an interesting group among you. I am so used to seeing you in the confines of the academy. Who are your friends?
We've been traveling together for quite a long time now. It's been what, like almost a year probably of traveling together?
No.
In game?
In game, it's like 4 months.
Really? I feel like it'd be way longer than that.
It's like 4 months.
That's so long.
Like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah. Okay. We've been traveling together for about 5 months now. Fuck's going on? So we went upstairs. So
Why is that crazy?
the
Someone
blonde
else is
lady that
about to
pushed
say.
past Relier ended up going upstairs in the herb shop. So the keeper was a brass dragon that didn't have a tail. I can't remember what they're called. But she was terrified of Relier.
She
So
thought I was gonna rob her.
she
for some
gave us
reason.
the information, so we went upstairs. Turns out blonde lady is Daylily's mentor from when she was at Soul Trace Academy.
Well, Smoke and Gear was still in the shop, but I told Ovila. Did I pronounce it?
Ovalia. Ovalia.
Avalia
Not
and
them.
the prison rat are watching them.
Yeah. Yeah, I told Ovalia to keep an eye on Smoke. And Daylily has her rat keeping an eye on Smoke.
Prison rat will bite some bitches.
Do you wanna go back downstairs and keep an eye on them? Especially Smoke.
I'm sure we'll know if they do something bad because you'll hear, ah! Oh my god, it bit me! No, you're not. You're upstairs with us.
You're upstairs.
We
Yeah.
came back outside and got you guys and came back inside.
Also, what bit you?
The cat.
No, that's how we'll know if they do
Oh,
something
yeah,
they're not
yeah,
supposed to.
yeah.
That's what you'll hear from upstairs.
Oh,
Prison
I thought
rat
your
will
cat
bite.
bit you for some reason.
Prison rat's gonna bite him.
Prison
I was
rat
about
has
to say-
rabies.
Prison rat does not have rabies. Prison
I was
rat has
about to
bit a guard.
I was about to say, why would your cat bite you for some reason?
It's rat. Prison rat.
No, your cat.
I don't.
Not your rat.
Oh, you thought it in real life. No, you'll hear, oh my god, it bit me. What the fuck? Get it.
But yeah,
Anyway.
Hovania
You better.
Hovinia is going to just say
Ovalia.
no, yeah, not Ovalia. Hovinia is going to
Oh,
say
her mentor.
yeah, her mentor. Look, I will say this right now, this is not the proper place for anyone. No matter if you're a rugged adventurer or not now, Daylily. Maybe, and she'll look back at Yash, and who is the leader, and say, Yash, let me guide my friends out of here, and I will come back another day, for what you asked me to bring. You have it. I will explain how to use it another day. And Yash will just be like,
I want to
What?
look at the table.
okay, give me a perception check.
Yeah, I'm curious about.
Okay.
Motherfucker!
Yeah, you're more like confused as like why Hovinia is
Thank God I
there.
have advantage.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, that's not. Okay, that's
You just see like a couple of papers. There's like a couple of things that look interesting on there, but you don't know what they are, and you can't see what the papers say or anything like that. But yeah, you all, Hovinia will come back, will come closer to you, Daylily, and give you like a very warm hug, and just be like, and she'll just like play with your hair a bit and be like, "Oh, I'm so proud of you," and will take your arm in hers and like guide you and the group downstairs, where funny enough, the as you come downstairs you hear, what the fuck, and the rat
There it
is
is.
like clamped on to one of one of Smoke's fingers.
I'm gonna go up and like as we're passing Smoke, I'm gonna hold out my hands for the rat to like jump into and just like stick him on my shoulder. You're so good.
I didn't do
But-
anything wrong.
Then why was it clamped onto your finger?
I don't know.
Mhm.
Rats are fucking weird.
Sure.
Are they?
Guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna like look at my rat and then back at Smoke.
Anyways, are you all done with whatever you had to do up there?
Depends.
Possibly. Havinia, what research are you doing here?
We'll talk about it as whenever we get to my home. I have a home here as I'm researching. It's provided by the conservatory. I'm
Oh,
doing sort of
you're
like a visiting professorship, as it were.
you're working for the Star Point Academy. Blah, blah, blah.
Starpoint Conservatory.
Yeah, the Star Point Conservatory.
Yes, I am. Now, are we done here? I would rather talk about things in the comfort of my own home, where I know things aren't listened to at any point.
Daly's gonna look at her friends and kind of shrug at them. And are you guys fine with going back to Lavinia's house, or do you guys want to finish some shopping?
What? Pouring with those above table.
Yeah.
The reason we brought you and Creek with us, and Ovalia said that there was more than one person up there. And it's
Yeah, they
not
said she
nice.
wasn't alone, and there was a
Yeah.
password, so we were like, maybe we should.
They
There
brought
might
you
be
to-
time yet, just yet.
I thought I was gonna be able to
Oh
beat up
my
some
God.
thugs. Oh my
You
God.
really
Beat up
pushing-
Smoke! He's a thief and a thug. Beat him up.
I mean, technically.
Do you really think she's gonna give her a level if she does?
I'm like, technically, that's true. But yeah, she kind of guides you all outside, and you start walking towards sort of where y'all came back from. So she kind of guides you through the streets, and yeah, she guides you to the trolley system that goes up to the Lucid Spire. And she's just like, don't worry, I will pay for it. And she takes out her coins, and it's the same angry elven girl who was there before. And she sees you all coming up, and she's like, oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Like, she's got the like, are you fucking serious face on? And what is
Looks away like I didn't
what?
notice.
But yeah, she's like, are you fucking serious? And she's about to say something, and Hovinia just like holds up her hand like in her face, and it's just like, I am going to pay for them and myself, and we're going up to the Lucid Spire. Is there a problem, my dear? And the elven girl is just like, and just holds out her hand, and Hovinia pays up, and you all get on the gondola, and you all make your way up to the Lucid Spire, and kind of just yeah, you get off there, and she just kind of like guides you through the towns, and y'all are talking. Are you wanting to catch up with her at all, or like what are y'all wanting to do as y'all walk along?
I want to look back because I want to
Okay.
see if we were being followed since we left.
Okay. You wanna? Okay. So before y'all got on the gondola, you wanna look and see if y'all are being followed, or do you wanna?
Yeah.
Give me a perception check. You'll do the same. Okay. Do you want to give? Well, Relay already has. You both have advantage, so you know.
Give us out.
Relier, you don't see anything, but still, Saphir, you see one of the people. It looks like a just a human, just a human, and oh, Creek, you're looking too. What? Oh, a nat 20. Oh, jeez, I didn't realize.
That's what Silsaphir got. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Creek and Relier, you don't notice anything, but Sly, whenever you're up there, you kind of, whenever your first instinct is to, like, if you see knives, your first instinct is to get, like, a lay of the land and, like, who's involved. And yeah, you were able to pick up on, like, a few faces, and this is, one of the faces is, was a human, and he kind of has, like, this, scar from, like, the middle of his cheek to the, outer part of the left side of his lip. And it's kind of like an extended smile, like, but just on one side. It's very, who's that Irish actor that, like, always plays a thug, and he, like, has that, like, cut lip type situation? It's very much that kind of thing going on, and he's, like, grizzly, and he's got, like, dark leathers on, a hood up, and he's not even like trying to be sneaky. He is trying to be, like, sort of sneaky, but like there are times that you can see him obviously following y'all, and he doesn't get in the gondola with you all. He kind of just, like, as you get all in the gondola, he kind of just, like, looks up as y'all take off towards the Lucid Spire, and then circles back towards the root trader.
So he doesn't get on the gondola?
Nope, he doesn't get in the gondola.
Don't know.
He kind of just circles back and starts. You see him, like, and you're like, you locked eyes with him as y'all were taking off, and, like, he, like, gives you, like, a slight nod and kind of just circles back, and you just watch him as you.
Okay.
You're just gonna
No.
No. No. Perfect.
And this is the part where he bolts it.
But yeah, y'all do that, and Havinia just, like, kind of guides you through the Lucid Spire and, like, into a neighborhood that looks very nice. Like, there are, it, like, has, like, this curving up pattern in a way to, like, the top part of the spire, but, like, she doesn't take y'all to the top part of the spire. She's not that rich, but within, like, the first bit of the curve where, like, there are some, like, of the nicer kind of upper class houses are at, and as you kind of round the corner, you see, from the outside, the house looks old, but it's very beautiful. It's very wonderful. It is built with blue stones and has, like, a few, like, gray brick decorations, so it's kind of, like, very kind of like a loose pattern. Nothing like in like a certain pattern, but, like, you can see, like, there are touches of decoration. The windows are, like, small square wooden windows, and the overall style of the house it's kind of asymmetrical because it's been added on to. It looks like there used to be, like, two properties side by side, and then it looks like the property to the right was bought up, and, like, the house was kind of extended, and, like, there's like a sort of tower. It looks like a wizard's tower was added to it. The building, the main part of the building is rectangular in shape, and then there's the tower. The house is fully surrounded by, like, a garden and a gate. It's an iron gate. You can see through it. It's not tall. It's kind of like medium in shape, and there's, like, green like decorative bushes just like on the other side of the gate. And yeah, you see a large balcony kind of jutting out from the wizards at the top of the wizard's tower. And the gate entrance to the property has like this like wonderful like oval arch over it. And she kind of like opens the gate and like ushers you all inside and comes in behind you all, and shuts the gate behind you, behind her. And yeah, she kind of looks up, and if y'all follow her eyes, like where her eye line is at, you see a chimney, and it's being lit. It's kind of got like one of those, it has like the same similar oval roof of the round wizard's tower, but it's obviously like smaller because it's a chimney, and there's smoke kind of billowing out from it. And she's like, "Oh, good, they're starting to cook. I will make sure that they have tea on. So we'll have tea and we'll talk more. I promise I will give you all the answers that you so desire, dear Lily. I forgot to ask." And she kind of like walks in front of you all and like guides you through the door, and through the front door. I forgot to ask, how is your wife? I heard that you were married recently, or what, after you left the academy.
Oh, she would have come to the wedding. She would have been
Oh,
she
that's
would have
right.
been invited.
Yeah.
She would if she came or not.
She probably wasn't able to come.
Right, but she was invited.
Yeah.
Estet is well. She is actually I convinced her to settle in Wildmount for a couple of years, and I found myself in Taldore, and she has come there, uh, settling back into her old life. Um,
What are you doing in Taldore, dear? And she kind of just like, she's asking you these questions and listening to you as she like guides you like arm in arm, listening to you very intently, um uh and into a very beautiful like parlor. And it's, you could tell it's like an academics parlor because there's books everywhere, there's bookshelves lining the walls. The curtains that kind of like are semi-open are of like this very beautiful like blue velvet and like gray tie-offs. It's a very beautiful and like just very comfortable room. It kind of reminds you, Daylily, of her office at the academy. It has like a little bit of touches that are very similar.
okay. Um, I was actually the I returned in Taldori because I had made a trip to the Feywild,
Mm-hmm.
and just visiting there, and I found myself as uh, being needed by the council, and
The
we
the Taldori Council.
yes, we are actually the new champions of Taldore.
I see. How did sit, everyone sit. And she kind of goes to the corner right next to the fireplace, and ring like pulls like a large rope, and in the distance you hear like a and yeah, she just says, how did you manage that?
Uh, well, I we found ourselves in the sewer with a dragon. And
Oh,
I, excitingly, have learned to wild shape into said dragon.
I.
And
Oh, I see.
I fought them. And we helped prevent any dragon attacks on the city.
I see. I forget that you kind of moved away from your more learned studies and went with the more natural magic, as it were.
Well, I was born druid. You know this.
Yes, I
But
do.
yes, I still do use my learned studies. I am still very grateful for you teaching me and taking me under your wing.
Of course. But yes, as I told you as we were walking here, I took up a profession, a sort of visiting professorship, as it were, at the Starpoint Conservatory, and it's been very useful in what I've decided to move my studies into. Though I know you really counted on me for languages and learning about more about cultures. I decided to kind of move into a different realm of communication, as it were.
Oh, and what realm is that?
Well, as you know, and she'll kind of look at you all, and she'll just say, as you know, 2 years ago, we had an apogee solstice. It did a number on some of the most basic of magics of Exandria, but it really and as she's like kind of explaining, a server like a it looks like a yes, we know, yeah. A I was gonna say waiter, and that's not right, and not a servant comes in with like a tray of tea and some sandwiches, and she kind of stops herself, and she's just like, yes, please, my usual. Does everyone want tea?
Yes, please.
You still take your usual way, more sugar than milk, correct?
Yes, of course.
Of course. So make it a little bit more sweeter.
A person with indentured servitude.
I mean, she's paying them. They are not. There's a contract, but like they could quit at any time.
They're not like our male boy.
He's dressed very well.
Did you forget you have an indentured servant?
Yeah, you have several servants.
We have one specifically that is indentured. That he scared. Well, I scared them, and he scared them even more.
Don't act so high and mighty, sir. Don't you dare. Hey, I paid them well.
Yeah, indentured servitude. It's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, who all wants tea? Who all is getting tea besides Daylily and Hovinia? Relier.
I can go for
Tea. How do you take your tea? By the way,
Black, milk, sugar.
Milk and sugar.
Yeah, I'm looking at a couple few cubes of sugar.
Put your tea order in lore chat. Everyone put your tea order in lore chat.
Okay.
And Hovinia will just say to Sly, "Oh, if you stay, we will have drinks after dinner. If
Not
that's
just
okay."
sick. Oh, that's so funny.
Pork.
Matcha, 7 cream, 2 honey. Oh my god. Jesus. 7 cream, just all milk.
With a
Oh.
little bit of matcha and honey.
Yeah, just a skosh of matcha.
So funny.
Milk for sugar. Okay, and yeah, the servant who is paid very well and lives off property, bitch, does all that. He makes all your tea and kind of just bows out and leaves. And she gets back to what she's talking about. Well, you see, it did a pretty nasty number on just basic magics in Exandria for quite some time, but especially during the RPG solstice, communication spells, sendings, messages, things like that, were especially affected. And they still don't work like they used to. And I'm trying to figure out why. Honestly, well, I'm not the only one trying to do research about the apogee, this most recent apogee solstice, but I'm the only one looking into communication spells as for the time being. I don't know. Do you do communication type spells daily? I can never remember.
No, I not no, not really. I have a few, but they're not my fortitude. I actually have took up more of a what's it called? What is that focus? I have took up more of a chronology type of magic, so more to do
Well,
with time than communication.
yes. Bitch focus. um
Ah! You telling me to focus when I'm looking through my notes to figure out what the name of it is?
No, not that. The type of focus. God damn it.
bitch focus.
Oh.
God
Well, I'm
damn.
sure
What the
some
hell?
things I don't know the specifics of the apogee solstice. But I do know that Marquette was the center of a very major event during the apogee. And I mean, it was in the desert, but I figured Jrusar, having an academy of its own, would have some research on it, some communications on it, as it were, communication spells, and maybe there were effects even here. There are still some things at the center, at the place of focus that have not been uncovered, but I mean, there's plenty of things to investigate elsewhere on the continent and in the world. So, and you said you were going into Eos.
Yes, actually. I'm doing research of my own.
Oh,
Um,
what is it in chronomancy?
It's actually not. She's gonna look at Relier and not Relier.
Sly and
She's
Creek.
gonna she's gonna try to like very like subtly look at them to see if they'll like nod or shake their heads on mentioning it.
I was gonna say Raw is from this row. That's above table, of course.
Well, she didn't notice you doing that. Is picking nails not noticing?
Wow.
Of course.
What about Creek? Is Creek paying attention? Is everybody bored?
Also, Smoke and Gel are kind of all just like looking at the books. They're kind of just like, they also didn't take tea, but they're looking at the books and kind of just like talking amongst themselves. Just sipping tea.
Well, if I notice she's looking at Slice freaking picking his nails, I'm gonna nudge him.
I need to know if Creek notices me look at her when I mention that I'm doing my own research, and I need a nod or a head shake on mentioning exactly what the research is. Because it's yo business.
Just is like, why are you looking at me? Like,
Cancer head to the side.
Would Relier notice looking at Sly and he's not paying attention?
Give me a perception check. Me, not me, no, me, not me, no.
19.
Why didn't it do it? God damn it. Hold on.
It did for me.
Sometimes it doesn't work on my end. There we go. Yeah, you see Daylily trying to get confirmation on if she should be able to talk about it.
I'm gonna nudge Sly and point towards Lily to get his attention.
That is his reaction.
Oh yeah, sure.
Out loud, he says that.
Yes.
Jesus.
Okay. So actually quite a few of my friends here, well, two of my friends, two acquaintances, actually traveled here from another realm during the apogee solstice. So
They didn't come during the apogee solstice.
I thought they did.
No, they came a year later. The only one that came during the apogee solstice was Smoke.
Oh, got it.
They came during the last oh god, what's the name of the solstice at the end of the year? The last like winter's crest.
Yes.
The winter solstice.
Yes. My friends here actually came from another realm during Winter's Crest. A year after the apogee solstice. So I am doing research on getting at least one of them home. I know that one of them.
Like the Fey realm.
No. They came through the Fey realm to here, but they are not from the Fey realm. They are from a completely different realm. What is the name? It's I know. Daylily's thinking.
Yeah.
Terrell.
Okay. I was about to say, are either two of those going to? But you also have keen mind, so you're kind of just like.
Yeah, I'm also just like, give me a second. It's in there.
Terrell. I've never heard of it. Is it like a is it like the Shadowfell or the
It's
ethereal plane?
no, it is a completely different realm, all on its own, much like ours.
It's like this one, but not. Oh, I see. Well, that's quite interesting. Well, EOS is definitely the place to go there. To get that research. I haven't. Oh, mind you, I haven't been looking, but I mean, I could probably get you into the Starpoint Conservatory to do some research. They have several books on quite a myriad of subjects. It's up to you. You wouldn't need to get the usual rigmarole to get into the library. Usually you would have to have a letter and blah blah blah. But if you come with me, me being since I am a professor, it shouldn't be a problem. Are you looking for anything in particular? What are you looking for?
I'm just
I
doing
mean, they could
research
probably. You're just doing research.
on planar shifts, actually, and um, the power of the solstices. Is
And that's
what I'm.
whenever Smoke comes over and is like, "Yes, I am as well. I'm actually a traveling scholar myself, a professor. And you're a professor. That's so serendipitous. I see you have a lot of books on languages and cultures here." And Ovinia is just like,
In Elvish, Daylily is going to say he is a thief with a gambling problem.
and
Yeah,
Smoke will say in Elvish, I am not a thief, and I don't have a gambling problem. I just have expensive taste.
That you can't afford. But it's fine. Scholars fall on hard times as well. Most just don't resort to pickpocketing from stores. Um, but yes, Hovinia was still sort of is, I assume, a professor at Soul Trace Academy, where I studied from a young child to my mid years. Uh, we spent oh, quite a long time together. You could say it in Sylvan, and only I think Creek would understand. And Havinia, but
Yeah.
Of course, I have no clue.
You all are just like talking different languages.
Rollers like speak English for God's sake. Well, not English, speak common for God's sake.
These are mine.
Lavinia will say, I haven't spoken in Celestial in quite some time. Most of the time I just read it, but it's to understand just basic text from about the gods. But nonetheless, put this in lore chat, motherfuckers. Put your languages in lore chat. Don't clog up main chat. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
We got labeled shit for a reason.
We're not used to this, all right? We're
It's
used
so
to just
nice.
We're used to one group chat where we just dump everything.
Get the fuck out of here, sir. Jeez.
Well, damn.
Well, damn. But yeah, she'll just say, well, of course, You're all welcome to stay here. I will just say this. If your friend steals from me, I will take his paws.
We're fine with that.
Is that going to be a problem?
Nope, not at all.
His paws. His hands.
What did you hear?
His paws.
No, I want to know what he heard.
Paws. Paws.
Balls.
His balls. Yes, his balls.
That's what I thought, but I was about to say, what role did you say? Poor Smoke. So, I was gonna say that
well, if it comes down to it, we will do that. And she's speaking in common whenever she's saying this. But you are welcome to my home. If you don't have a place to stay, you can stay here. And your food and rooms can be provided for, and you can do whatever you want during the day. But daily, if you want to do some research at the academy, you can.
Yes, thank you. I would love that.
After you talk, do you have any more questions for her or anything like that?
I don't know.
Okay, because I was about to say we can just we can like fast forward
session?
and no, not end session. Calm your dick,
I don't know.
Jesus.
I'm
She'll
not in a hurry.
her servant, again, who doesn't live at her home and is paid quite well.
You don't have to mention that every time. We know the servant has a good home and they're paid very well.
Yeah. Comes in the door and is just like, dinner's ready, madam. And she'll be like, oh, of course. Let's all go to the dining room. I see that you have all your packs and things. Jeeves, could you put their things in the rooms upstairs? And he'll just nod and just guide everyone to the dinner table, and then like guide everyone, or we'll leave, and another like two maids come in and kind of start serving dinner. It's nothing like you hold on. Okay, let's calm down. He's not trying to steal your things, but yeah. What is it? Of course. The meal is like, it's very nice. It's like a roast, and a very nice roasted carrots and potatoes, and like a few like other herbs and things on there that you never like smelt before, so you think they're probably like local. There's also a salad and like a few other sides and things like that. It's a very nice like spread. Yes, a fancy feast.
Yeah, I missed the beginning of the dinner explanation.
It was like a roast.
Oh,
Just a roast.
Roast dinner.
Roast
I'm assuming.
dinner. Sunday roast, as it were. But yeah, you all eat. You kind of just like carry on other conversations. I don't know if y'all have anything that y'all want to talk about in particular as y'all are eating.
For me, not really.
Okay.
Daylily's probably just gonna be chit chatting with Tavinia.
Yeah, y'all probably like just talking about like just catching up since she didn't make the wedding or anything like that. Nom. Let's see. GIF. Popcat. But yeah, after dinner, there are drinks back in the parlor, and yeah, it's just a very nice night. Very very, she's just talking and laughing and just telling tales of like her days at the academy and like her days before the academy, things like that. And are y'all staying there or are y'all staying somewhere else? Even though she took y'all's bags upstairs.
I assume we're staying the night here.
So, yeah. Staying here, I mean.
Sophia's like, I don't want to spend any more money.
But yeah, y'all you all get a night's rest. Everyone give me a constitution check as you wake up for the morning. A con save, yeah. A con save, sorry.
Oh.
I apologize.
I got an 18.
What did I get?
I'm the only one who slept great.
But yeah, I will say this, Sly, you probably are sharing a room with Gel and Smoke, am I right?
I mean, Smoke's not gonna do. I mean, Gel's not gonna. Smoky, so that's what we're about.
Well, okay, so actually, let's split this up. Sly's sharing a room with Smoke. Relier, you're sharing a room with Gel. And then are Daylily and Creek staying in the same room? Or are y'all wanting to stay in separate rooms? You forgot exactly. You woke up in the middle of the night and you're like, shit. But yeah, you two were very much concerned with like the other people in the room. And yeah, Daylily, you were just like, I'm sleeping. I'm safe. This is somebody I trust very well.
Literally, it's just like, it's back in the academy. Nice dinner. Exactly. Now a nice bed.
But yeah, as y'all all come down for breakfast, Hovinia is sitting there with tea and kind of like scribbling on some papers, and it's just like, oh, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Please, eat what you want. If Daylily, if you would like to join me, I have to go to the academy today. Yes, it's a long rest. You just wake up a little tired.
Yeah. Everybody's freaked out because they're like, who the fuck is this bitch, man?
Who is this lady? Yeah, y'all are... Everyone does not know who she is, but, like, Daylily, trust her implicitly. So, Daylily, you can join me if you would like. It's up to you. I don't know what you and your friends have planned.
Is there anything that anyone has planned for today? I don't think that
No.
everybody else wants to have a little nerd session. I think they all want to go
Do
fight
their
some
own
stuff.
things.
Creek wants to fight some.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh my
I
god,
don't
you
mind.
should let Creek go on a little hunting mission in the jungle.
That's true.
I don't mind. But
What do you want to do, sir? Relier.
besides finding something, I don't know.
Okay.
Probably find my pillow.
Waiting on Zeus appear. Through a mouthful of food. Nope, I'm just babysitting those 2 points. Butter knife at them, making sure that you get what you and making sure you get what you need. Okay. Well, good to know. Again, it's up to you, Daily. I will, I just have a few things and then I plan on leaving, so, just let me know before I go.
Of course. I will join you today.
Okay.
Silsaphir, if you would like. Is it fine if Silsaphir comes along if he would like?
Yes, of course.
You can. I know that you've taken an interest in reading and researching, so if you want to, feel free to join us. If not, then
So who's
I
gonna
hope
keep
you.
an eye on the 2 idiots?
Yeah, they're
Me?
Well, he can bring the 2 idiots with him. I think this will be the first time Daylily like goes and does something without the rest of the party members
yeah.
and doesn't get in trouble.
True. So let's yeah. Let's what is everybody so Daylily wants to go to the Starpoint Conservatory to research. What is everybody else wanting to get done? I will say this, we're probably going to wrap up soon, so we won't get to everything, but we will have next session to do other stuff.
I think Creek should go on a hunting mission in the jungle.
Okay, so Relier's gonna go with Creek. Gonna help Sassander make sure Creek doesn't do anything stupid. Jeez Louise.
Creek's a great hunter. What are you guys talking about?
No, just annoying her. That's all.
Boop. Okay, keep Tweedledee. Whenever you said that you're going to do research, Smoke and Gel were very excited. They're like, well, if we're being watched and he's sticking with her, then okay, so we'll split the party, as it were. So we'll yeah, okay. So we're going to focus just the last part of this session with Creek with Silsaphir and Daylily and the 2 idiots, and then next session we will do Relier
don't do that. Actually, I
and
don't mind.
Creek.
Creek
I don't mind what you hunt.
is gonna hunt the biggest beast in the jungle.
Perfect. All right, a little. So as the two groups split off, Daylily and Silsaphir and Gel and Smoke follow Hovinia to the most northern part that has the gondola. And she again pays for everyone and guides them all up. And guides you all to the Starpoint Conservatory. And as y'all enter, at the desk, there's like this like half moon desk. There are like two people sitting there. They all give a nod to Hovinia, and then they go to stop you all, the four of you, and Hovinia just steps in front of you all and says, "They are with me. They are going to be doing research. We are going to the library. They don't need a letter of any kind. I will be with them the whole time, so don't worry." And they kind of just sit back down and go, "Well, okay. But if they get into any trouble, it's your fault." And Hovinia just says, of course, I know the rules," and guides you all through the Starpoint Conservatory. It's very tall, very beautiful, and guides you to the library. The library itself has several rows of books and very tall. It's a researcher's wet dream, as it were. And one of the library keepers comes up to Hovinia and says, "Of course, I will be doing research of my own, but my friends, my friends are doing will need help with the stacks and guiding and finding specific books. Is that okay, librarian?" Mazel. And Mazel just has his hands, like very long cloaked arms and things like that, says, "Of course, well, come this way if you insist on separating from your sponsor. What are you doing research on?" And Gel kind of hops up and is just like, "Well, I'm doing research on plants and wildlife in Exandria as a whole. I just want to get an understanding of the flora and fauna of the surrounding area of Jrusar." And he kind of looks at you all and says, "Are you all researching flora and fauna?"
No, but we all will be at the same table or chairs studying.
I see. Well, and he kind of just like snaps and gets another, like a lower librarian, and says, "Guide this scholar to the books on flora and fauna, dealing with the jungle." And they kind of nod and guide Gel away. And the rest of you, what are you researching?
I am researching oh, brain fart. I'm researching apogees and well, not apogees, Jesus Christ. I'm researching
Applebee's.
solstices.
I see. The solstice and the apogee solstice. Well, okay. That should work. We don't have a lot on this this past apogee solstice. But I mean, there's the ones on the past apogee solstices. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Nothing in particular, no. Just anything regarding the solstices and the cycles after.
I see. Okay. Well, I will guide you to that. Uh, are you all researching that topic? Smoke chimes in and says, well, I'm looking sort of adjacent to the solstices, dealing with like moving between realms during the solstices." And he's like, the librarian's just like, "Oh, okay, well, that will be in the same area. The magic around the solstices, especially the apogee solstice, are very potent and very can do quite a many things, as it were. So it should be all in the same area." And he kind of just like guides you through the stacks, and yeah, you all get to an area of like very tall. Are you gonna come make a plate? No. Sorry. You all, and he's just like, "Well, you do research here, and if there's any issues, please let me know. Are you looking for any particular authors by chance?"
No, no one in particular.
Okay, well, and he'll kind of like reach up and kind of do like a wave of his hand, and another book from like further up on the stack, out of his reach, will kind of fly out and like glide down and say, "I would start with these two. As for planar shifting, but during this, there is some speculation," and he'll kind of like look amongst the stack and be like, "Ah, yes." He'll like twist his hand quite aggressively, and like three books right next to each other will kind of jut out and fly down to his hands. And he'll give those books to Smoke and say, "Those are about some of the effects that were seen in the stars, some of the effects of tales of different beings coming through portals during the solstices in the past. There is some research from an old scholar of Eos in there as well, about people coming from other realms. It's nothing to do with the solstices, but I think it's part of a greater anthology."
Oh, is that ba, 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 ba. Is Ro Estanek the author of that book?
Roastani, yes. Are
E.
you?
It is an E, not a C.
Yeah,
did not
Estani.
put a big enough line on there.
I don't think there's an E at the end. I think it's just an I at the end. But yes, Roastani. He's done some research at here as well. But yes, he has quite a few books on the subject. It's mostly his research notes that he was willing to publish, or would give over to our archivist. Are you familiar with his work?
I am actually, yes. I did some studying before on one of his books about people coming from other realms.
I think it's more of the same if you've already read the book, but I will say, I'll be right back, and I'll bring some more of his books from his list. I believe there is one about world, I can't remember it, but whenever I find his books, I will bring them to you.
Thank you. That would be very helpful.
But yeah, you all get more more comfortable, and Smoke, weirdly enough, you would think Smoke is lying the whole time about being a scholar, but he is like the first at the small table that's right there, and takes out like a this very like worn out kind of large leather notebook, and like flips it to a page and takes out an ink and quill and kind of sharpens the quill a bit and starts to write. He starts like he give me a perception check, Daylily. And Relier. And Silsaphir, sorry, not Relier.
9.
Okay. You see like a few scribblings in what looks like the date. The date being it's not the Exandrian date.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay, so I wouldn't know what it is, but
yeah.
Silsaphir might know.
Yeah. He sees like a date and he's kind of just like this. He also probably doesn't realize what date it is today for Exandria. So no offense, Sly. Are y'all done talking about Daylily's bunnies fucking huffing?
They're talking about my vaping, and then Silsaphir is apparently very bored and has RGB eyes right now.
Okay. I see. I mean, you could be... I will say this. There was a sign as you walked in that said magic is limited to very very small instances. It's only to grab things, and please do not use magics involving water or fire.
Wonder why.
But yeah, as y'all do that...
Is that exactly what the sign says? Oh my god.
Do you really want to try this, Sly?
Yes.
Anyways, you are all motherfucker.
What did I tell you? What did I tell
The sign specifically said, the use of magics is limited to those who work within the walls of this institution. If you are needing to do magics, please limit them to communication or magics involving getting items off shelves. And gives an example, a specific example of mage hand. Uses of magic, especially those of the elemental variety, unseen servant as well. Yes, that's another example. But uses of elemental magics are prohibited as they can do damage to the library. Use of said magics will have you immediately expelled. Thank you, the library. No magic missile!
I don't have it. I know Sly has it.
Yes, expelled. Thank you, the library.
Knowing Sai's gonna say, "You're welcome." Welcome, Zach.
So, no Lehman's tiny hut. No use of magic, and it's only limited to unseen servant, mage hand, Bigby's hand, and telekinesis. So there you go. But a few moments later, a few books that are written by Roastani and some of his works. One, give me another perception check, you two, Sly and Daylily.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
That was close. You both see it, and it clicks with you more. Like, you are the first to see it, Daylily, and you get kind of excited because it says the supposed myths of the world of Tyrell. And you kind of do the, like, you know, you get really excited and you like hit your friend whenever like something like that deals with them, and you're the one that see it first. And you're like, ha 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 ha. Yeah, you do that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm grabbing this fucking book and I'm fucking hitting Silsifir like, oh my god, look!
Yeah, very much. Baka, baka. Happy feet for sure. But Smoke though reaches out and tries to grab it from you. Make a dexterity. I'm gonna say saving throw.
I'm sorry?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Oh, no.
Oh. He grabs it first.
I will burning hands this motherfucker.
Do you really want to do that in the library?
No, I'm gonna take Stonky's ring and I'm gonna grab it from him.
Oh, so are you gonna like telekinetically push him back?
Not push him back, but grab the book first.
Okay.
Stonky's ring grabbing that bitch. This is my book.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
I don't know if Red Star's here, but please stop her before she does something though.
I was like, but yeah, you're able to get the book first with the use of Stonky's ring, and yeah, it like lands into your hand, and Smoke is just like, Sly says, "Easy now."
I didn't do anything. I just grabbed the book.
I thought we were gonna use burning hand.
That was an above table comment.
Yeah.
I'm not actually gonna burning hand in a library.
You thought about it, didn't you?
No, because it creates a cone, so it would literally burn
Everything.
everything. And that would be a fucking natural disaster to deal.
Yeah. But yeah, you're able to get the book. Silsifir says, "Easy now," as he places a hand on your shoulder and kind of Smoke goes back to his book and is just like, "Well, I mean, you're not even from there." So anyways, whenever you're done with the book, do you mind if I see it?
Oh.
Of course, once I'm done reading it.
Of course.
You're
not
already
Jrusar,
from
that's it.
there, so you should know your myths.
But give me let's see. Give me
What am I
an
giving?
investigation check.
Me?
Yes. As
Well,
you're
it's not me or
perusing through the
Kai.
books. Yeah, you get from the tone, especially from the one on Terrell, that it is a lot of like how it's written is like if you think of like a sociology or like somebody who like a anthropologist kind of lens, he's just like saying this person claims that he is from this world called Terrell. He came through a portal and uh claimed that whenever and just it goes on about like some of the holidays and like some of the questioning involved from Roastani, but like it talks about just myths and legends of Terrell that you don't know are correct, and Ro kind of like in like the footnotes and like some of the notes in the back say, yeah, I'm not all too sure if I believe this person, but it has been a common theme throughout history that people claim that they're from another plane of existence or another realm of existence and have made their way to Exandria one way or another. I am looking further into this phenomenon, but yeah.
So to validate this, well, I guess it would just depend. So I do know about Silsafir's past
Yeah.
and the wars between the giant clans or the
Mhm.
Goliath clans.
Mhm. It looks
Does
like
this book
this
mention
no,
any?
it doesn't. It mentions that this person is a human, that they are a magic user, that they specifically do divine magic, and they have not been able to do said magic, have not felt the ability to do said magic since entering Exandria. They specifically mention a god. Oh, hold on. I will find. Let's see. Hold on. Sorry. That they specifically followed a god named Cyric. It's spelled Cyric, and that they have only really been able to do magic now after taking a pact or making a pact with a lesser god of Exandria named the Traveler. And this book looks like it was written within the last 20 years.
Okay.
Give me a history check.
Of course.
Actually, yeah, I'll say it. Well, you have heard about the Traveler, but you just know that he's like a lesser god.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you're more focused on like your own studies, so you're not like, well.
Right. Yeah. I'm more worried about the wild mother.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's all you get from it. It's very much like this is supposedly what's happening, and like this, like it gives like a little brief introduction into who the person is, and that they is the god Quilsis, the traveler from no, not from Genshin. Calm down. They do Roastani does mention in some of the notes, in like the footnotes, that that this person seems like they can't be trusted, and they seem very shifty, and when they mention they try to get more information about Cyric and, like, you know, the gods of Faerun, this person says, well, I mean, Cyric is known, he's kind of a tricky dude, like, just mentions like trickery and he was given this like ability to kind of talk to the divine spirit of Cyric because of his time in prison in a region that he calls Icewind Dale.
Okay.
He says that Revel's End was a hellscape for him, and that Cyric saved him. But yeah, that's like a majority of it is just like a short biography, kind of like just getting, it's basically like a biography of the guy with Ro kind of just like talking about, or trying to get like probing questions about more of like the locations and like the myths and like a map or something.
Okay.
He did say that it does mention in the book. Hold on, I will. That the gate that he went through was somewhere in a place called the High Forest, which is and he like mentions like a few of the myths around like the High Forest, and like the elves of the High Forest are not to be trifled with and things like that.
Okay.
He also like brings up like the gate was near a keep called Hellgate. So Silsphere, give me a history check, as I'm sure Daylily is kind of like asking questions as these places come up, so you can give it with me. You can give it with advantage. So you can roll one more time. Maybe you'll get a nat 20. Oh, you got a 16. You do remember that you came through you went through the gate from that led to the Fey Realm in the High Forest, but it was like nowhere near Hell's Gate. Hell's Gate Keep is like further north from where you were in a town called Loudwater. But yeah, you've heard about Hellgate and that, like, how it's haunted, and that, like, nobody goes there unless you're, like, trying to plunder for gold or trying to die. Because it's anybody that goes there is immediately besieged on by, like, ghosts and, like, all sorts of things. You've just heard, like, horror stories about the place. And you have heard about the prison, though you've never been to it. You've just heard, like, you were told as a lad that if you kept stealing and shit, that you would end up in Revel's End. Because that's where thieves go. But before you came to what's it called? Before you came to Exandria, you didn't really I don't think you paid attention to the gods, right? Silsapir? Nope. So, like, yeah, you've never heard of a god named Cyric, but you're like, it's totally possible, but I've never heard of that god. I also just didn't pay attention to the gods, so yeah. So you're able to kind of, like, say, yeah, you're kind of able to corroborate some of the information that's given. You don't know, you have no idea who the person is, but, like, you're able to say, like, yeah, Icewind Dale's a real place, Revel's End is a prison, there is a place called the High Forest, that's how I got through here, and then you do know that there's a place called Hell's Gate. It's like a castle, like an abandoned haunted castle. Badoo.
Okay.
Was there anything else that you wanted to look at?
Nope, just reading those books.
Okay. Smoke finally comes over and is just like, can I see that book, dude? Like, can I see the book, Daylily?
Yeah, I'll hand it to him.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. And he kind of hands you one that he was looking at.
Okay.
And that one, give me an investigation check.
5.
That one, a lot of it is just information that you already knew about apogee solstices and, like, their effects on magic, and that it is a great time to do some more of, like, the more potent spells, and a lot of things have gone absolutely off the rails. Like, spells have gone completely off the rails because of the effects of the apogee solstice. And it does mention that one apogee solstice actually happened at the start of the calamity. And actually give me a history check. You know that the calamity was, like, a world reforming event. It is whenever the betrayer gods were unleashed on the earth, or on Exandria, and the war lasted for a very long time between the between the betrayer and the prime deities, and 2/3 of the population of Exandria were extinguished within the first, like, 5 years of the calamity. And then the calamity finally ended, and the war between the betrayer gods and the prime deities finally ended whenever the divine gate was created, and all of the gods moved to a place behind the divine gate. That was the only way to get everything to stop. And as you all continue reading and just learning, we will pick up next time. We will pick up next time with Relier and Creek as they go try to find a beast to hunt in the jungles down below the multi-tiered city of Jrusar. I appreciate you all. Thank you all for coming. Have a great night. Bye!